I watched a video maybe 20 years ago or something like that when you visit MST, and you were saying on the video that it was the largest social movement in the world.
That's the impression I got, yeah.
So what's the importance of MST as a case study for the world?
I think, I probably get a dozen letters every day from young people saying, how can we possibly break out of this system of oppression? What other possible way of living is there? They need models. They have to say, look, there are things that people can do and they work. I give them many examples, but this would be a perfect example. It says, yes, there are forms of life outside of the state capitalist repressive systems that we live in. We don't have to accept this form of domination. We don't have to, take something else that people don't think. Just an ordinary wage worker, person who works in some enterprise. Most of your waking life, you're living in a system that is far more totalitarian than any totalitarian state that ever existed. In Stalinist Russia, for example, nobody told you you're not allowed to go to the bathroom. You have to wait 3 hours. Or you can't talk to that person next to you. Or you have to keep doing the same thing 28 hours a day. This is the kind of clothes you have to wear. Nobody ever dreams of, nothing like that happens in the most extreme totalitarian state. But it happens in almost every wage earner's life, most of their lives. Do you have to live like that? Is that the only form of existence where some totalitarian ruler is totally controlling just about every action you do, every motion you make, every thought you have, and so on, for most of your waking life? Obviously not. There are alternatives. Let's see one. Well, okay, here's one that's alive and well. That's the kind of thing that breaks through the bonds and tells people the things you've always been indoctrinated in and told have to be true are not. It's not like the air you breathe. It's just a particular form of domination and authority that you can break out of. Just like slaves had to come to understand, you don't have to be a slave. Women had to understand, no, you don't have to be subordinated. These are hard things to break through, very hard.
And
make it personal. My grandmother, for example, didn't think that she was being oppressed. My mother already sort of understood and didn't like it. My daughters would never tolerate it for a minute. But that understanding has to be achieved, and it's not easy.